Hey gang, let's go to Tonics Comics.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tonics Comics Review of new comics for the week of May 13th, 2015. As always, we try to review at least three titles, one Marvel, one DC, and one independent. This week we've got a couple Marvel, we've got a great DC title, an independent, and also a little bit of a special surprise. Let's jump right into it. Let's start with our Marvel title. So this week we're reviewing Secret Wars number 2. Now, what I really kind of dug about it, obviously, if you look at the cover, there's a ton of Thors. I love the idea of a world of Thors, maybe sort of like a core protecting things. The way that they introduce different Thors to the organization, very, very cool. I love the fact that there's a little bit of Doom thrown in there, actually a lot of Doom, which is kind of set the tone, I think, for a lot of the future storylines in Secret Wars. I also like that it sort of picked up right where Secret Wars number 1 left off. A lot of times you have a limited series that will have a break in between. It can get kind of confusing. You have to read a bunch of other issues. But this one, no need for that. It kind of takes place right after issue 1. So highly recommend it. This series is turning out pretty cool, especially for sometimes summer events don't always turn out that good. You buy 1,000 copies of things, different books, and you end up with kind of like left holding the bag. I don't think that in this case you're going to find that. Continuing on in our Thor theme, wanted to review Thor number 8. This is the last issue in the series, which is interesting because the series itself is outsold Thor. There was a lot of talk about having Thor be female and what that meant to the character. 8 issues, I thought it was a great run. I really liked this Thor, and I really hope that this continues on going forward. I mean, we've got characters like Beta Ray Bill running around, that have their own hammers. I'd love to see if Thor does become, goes back to the original one, that this Thor definitely sticks around. It's very cool. The next one I wanted to review was Convergence number 6. This is our DC pick. Again, using a character like Deimos, an old villain from Warlord. Many of you have even read Warlord. They really use him to his full potential here. I love the idea of some of the heroes kind of meeting their counterparts. Doesn't always have to be a fight. Sometimes they just sort of get along because their ideology, the way that they do things, is very similar. Very neat to see all that come together. And in the end, having Deimos sort of unveils some of his master plans. Very, very cool. I definitely recommend picking it up. Again, I know there are a lot of Convergence titles out there. This core Convergence line, if you're not picking up the other ones, definitely pick it up. It's been a great ride, especially at 6 issues. We're over in just a couple more. I really, really can't wait to see what happens to the New 52 and the old universe when they finally make their own consolidated universe. So our off pick this week is a title that looked interesting. It's called Harrow County. This is different. I'm not usually, when it comes to horror titles, I like the old stuff, the stuff from the 70s, very kind of kitschy, sort of Twilight Zone kind of stuff going on sometimes. This is really of a new horror genre. I thought Cullen Bunn did an excellent job writing this. Very much a combination of sort of like Blair Witch Project, kind of meets a modern day sort of spin on horror. Very, very good. I'll definitely be picking up the next issue of this, and I would recommend it to anybody that likes horror, likes some independent. Great story. I just can't say enough good things about it. Our final review this week is really not a new title. This has been floating around for a little while, but it's Austin Janowski's Divine Retribution. Now, this is the first issue. The others will be coming along shortly. It's a funny thing because as a Christian comic book store owner, a lot of times some of the titles that other stores carry can really sort of conflict with some of these morals. It was really, really good to see someone blend some of the modern day storytelling, some of the modern day art, and mixed in with some of the parables, some of the passages from the Bible. I thought it mixed really well. I know currently on television there's a lot of the apocalyptic kind of stories going on or whatever. I felt like this is preparing for something like that, but it's done in a way that isn't so heavy-handed. It's definitely more reader-friendly. I just think it's really got a neat premise, guardian angels and things like that. I really like where it's going, and I really can't wait to pick up the next one of these. Austin will be in our store this Saturday to go ahead and sign copies of our exclusive Divine Retribution cover, as well as many other prints. So he'll be here this Saturday from 1 to 4. Don't miss it. Well, that's our review for this week. I think we had a good variety of titles. We had the main limited series that are going on for the summer, but we threw in something kind of funny with Harrow County. I think you'll like it. I think you'll like all these titles. But also, don't forget, every Wednesday is our happy hour. So from 4 to 7, we have 5% off your entire purchase. And just finally, remember, if your kid asks you for something to read, buy him a damn comic book. Thank you.